GosuPizza. ASL presents GosuPizza.
Starting off, Videoboy in the top right corner, our blue Terran Videoboy.
That's right. Upper left-hand corner, we're going to have Yip. Kind of like, here, doggy. Yip, yip. It's going to be our green Zerg player from Clan ZLC.
I don't think that's the yip he's going for at all.
No, he's probably going for the Yip.
Is that what it is?
Yep. I don't know. You never know. Could be anything. Oh, well, they're saying TVZ is their favorite to watch. Well, guess what? You're in a lot of luck then, because that's exactly what we got going on here. Now, we have not seen Yip yet, so we have not seen how Yip decisively won Yip's said games. I'm going to be saying Yip like 80 billion times in this game.
A whole heck of a lot.
Yeah. Yip. Gotta love
Careful, those Storage War, the guy Storage Wars has got Yep, he's got it trademarked, so
I thought that was Yep. I thought it was YEEEEP.
As long as we claim we didn't know copyright wise, I think we're okay.
Okay. Well, pretty standard here from Videoboy. Let's see, because the two games against Protoss, you didn't even try and wall off, but it makes sense that he is against a Zerg. Fast expand out of Yip. That's a hatch first build.
Yeah, no spawning pool. What does that do if you see a Reaper as soon as the Reaper's available and you've got no spawning pool? Do you pull drones to deal with the Reaper, or do you just say, "Nah, I'm just gonna wait for the spawning pool to finish"? And we've got some lag here a little bit.
Yeah, no, I was eyeballing that. I would never pull drones to deal with the Reaper. You get your pool out. If you know what you're doing, which, I mean, the pool's going down now. It's not going to be a Reaper, and it's a Marine anyway in this case. But yeah. even if it hadn't been, the pool's going to be done. And what you do is you just got to build a spore crawler, micro the other drone into an extractor. Do whatever you got to do. Just keep the drones alive long enough for you to either get a queen out or a couple Zergling. Never really chase it with drones, because if you do, and your Terran player has any type of micro whatsoever, all the drones will just die.
And I concur with that. I don't understand why people pull drones, because the Reaper will constantly skirt and do what he needs to do. But we do have an update on the other game. So no, she didn't. Lost to Sinastran in a 2-1 series, which took a long time compared to the other ones. But Sinastran will be in the semifinal versus Swarm.
There we go. So there's your other semifinal matchup, which should be starting immediately. So to our admins out there, people keeping tabs on everything, make sure that game gets started. Now let's see here. Forlings chasing a poor little SCV who is running like hell. He's got his afterburners on and everything. He was like, "For the love of God, let me get the hell out of here."
He didn't sign up for this.
No, the 3 Marines are going to try and save the day.
They're gonna.
When one Zergling goes down. First blood. All right, worker count pretty even here. +3 right now for Zerg, which is pretty normal.
Yeah, what I like from sorry to interrupt, but what I like from Terran is that he's already established his second pretty well. And he's the Zerg is kind of playing like he's got his links out. You know, he's not doing anything too drastic to pressure anything. But I think this has turned out to be a pretty good macro game, which is in the end what I want to see.
It'd be our first long-term macro game. I think our last game ended in the early/mid game, and the other 3 ended in the mid game. So yeah. I don't think we really had any super long games so far today.
No, and I think when you look at the earlier game we watched between Aya and Swarm, it might have been mid game, but they were still it was still Roaches, Hydras, and it wasn't mid game level supply or mid game level units. So no Thors out on the map. So I think it was still pretty early game-esque if you ask me.
Okay. All right, we got that bunker filled up. I'm going to finish that wall off here in the next minute or so. Third base going down for Yip. And good saturation. I like his saturation. 38, 37 workers here at the 650 mark. Not too shabby. Working on link speed. Got the Overlord spread across the top of the map to detect any medevac drops.
Yeah, those are well placed.
I'd like to see Overlord spread here and here. Generally 2 more good spots to try to get them, just in case they take the long route.
Well, what I do like from Yip is that he's put a Zergling at each third. So the expansion there. So as soon as that, if that happens, he's gonna see it. Which as a Zerg, you set your timing up, based off of when they're moving out, expanding and defending, because you really just want to. It's looking like Yip really just wants to macro as much as possible. So he's going to be basing his timings off of getting his army composition and getting what he wants out of this game based on when the Terran player expands.
Yeah, he's trying to dictate the speed of this game, and you can tell that Videoboy would rather be aggressive here, and he wants to get. He's trying to. Both players wanting to dictate speed here.
I love
look
this.
at that.
So this is something new that came with the most recent update. Is that the armory is now the only thing required for transformation servos. What are they? Servos, yeah. Transformation servos, which allows your Hellions to transition into Hellbats. And when you clump your drones up like that, they can't get fried.
Wow.
I don't think he's going to get any, though, because the Lynx round is pretty decent.
Well, we got all the Lings.
Yeah, they're gone. And he's going to pick up and move out. He's going to the natural. I really like this move.
And that's actually the first worker kills right there. He didn't get any in the main.
But 10 and 9 kills, that's Lings mixed with drones, and he's going to... They're just sitting. So that was actually... I think that paid off. I think that paid for itself.
And the resources lost would agree with you. 975 to 1,000. Can't get too much closer than that. And if I look at the units lost tab, 35 units lost to 8. So yeah, it was basically a Ling roast. We had a nice little barbecue there. So, if this was the last game of the day for the finals, I would be saying barbecue chicken pizza would be the pizza type needed.
Now,
which is actually really good.
Which part of the country these boys are from, it might be good or bad, because that Chicago deep dish, I'm not sure what type of chicken barbecue they got going up there in the north.
Oh, man. I'm watching that drop right now. It is
a lot. I love that. That's a glorious sight. So, Terran, when you see those drones to get pulled off the line in a straight line like that, and then these Hellions are going to roast. I got kind of cleaned up.
Well, let's see how many workers. 11 workers have been killed total now. He also saw the Spire.
Yeah, that's important.
That's why there's a Thor coming out and 2 Vikings. Now, you know what's funny with that last patch that came out? It didn't, at least to me, it didn't indicate in the patch notes about the transformation servos. I mean, I picked up on it because I cast a couple games and a couple people told me also. But it didn't say that there was any actual game modifications, in-game modifications. It was like all bug fixes. So it really surprised me as soon as I found out that they just eliminated that from the armory.
See, that's how you know that they're really on Terran's side. They're looking out for us, the Terran.
Don't even tell anybody, just surprise.
Yeah. They don't want Zerg or Protoss to have any advantage whatsoever. They're just, hey, guess what? Only an armory is necessary.
Yeah, he did get himself a little changeling in there. Let's see if Videoboy picks up on that.
You know what's funny is a lot of people use changelings to scout just by walking them around walking them around. Oh, the SC doesn't see it. I don't think he sees it. But what I like to see Zerg do is to have that changeling follow a Marine, so that every time you select your army control group,
yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, and I think he's just chilling right there. And we've got Midas on the map now, taking out the 2 Vikings.
Yep. Strong mech play going in here. We got Thors, Siege Tanks, Hellbats all going down.
This is my type of Terran play. I really like to see this.
Oh, yeah, you can tell Yip does not want to let this gold base go up, but I think, is Blue Flame done? No. No, it's
Nope.
not.
Nope. But still, the conical firing range of the Hellbat versus that stream of the Hellion just really, it's almost as if, that upgrade is a Blue Flame upgrade in itself, because we saw what happened in the early game when he did the Hellbat drop, how much those Hellions were able to get done.
Oh, yeah. They did some good work, but since then, I felt like Terran has been ahead in just about everything except for macro, up until which is changing right now.
Well, as a Zerg, okay, so you're looking at this. You know he's on. You know he's got that gold up. You only have 3 bases. His 3 bases, the 3 bases, but one's a gold, which he's just getting saturated now. Like, how comfortable are you feeling?
Oh, I consider that in my mind. I always call a gold base a base and a half. So
It really
now,
is.
And so number one, you're behind. You're mining faster. And on top of that, Videoboy does now know that there was a changeling in his base, because even if you don't kill it, when it times out, you hear the sound of it dying.
You hear the little squeal.
So he knows that there was a changeling around for a while. And I hate that sound, because that means I missed it. And you have to assume that your opponent saw everything. And that's how you got to feel at this point. He's going to cancel this gold base.
He's going to deny the
No
gold
way.
base. These
Yeah.
are a lot of banelings, though. How many do you have? 20 banelings? Yeah.
Well, they're not going to do anything to the Thors. He really needs to make sure those glowing green bottles of goop do a great job hitting those Hellbats. And we're going to find out right now. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yep, this is definitely going the way of the Zerg.
Zerg, yeah.
Get those medevacs out of there, because
So
you
he's
just
got a-
lost your entire army.
He's got a Thor back home and a siege tank. Part of me says that throwing medevacs in with your Hellbats, because when you go buy the main composition of your unit, it's going to be Marines and Marauders. But when you have when you're going mech, you've got Thors and siege tanks in there. The medevacs, look at them; they're doing literally nothing right now.
Yep.
That's 100 gas and 100 minerals that could be used elsewhere. And gas, when you're playing mech, that's what you're hungry for. That's what you want as a Terran player, is that gas. So I think he,
There's
he
just
had
no
it early
anti-air.
game. Yeah, it's just rough. He's building turrets. That's when you know it's desperate. Is when he's building turrets in the forward of the natural.
Yeah, he hasn't gone for a very good anti-air play, especially recognizing that Muta Harass has been coming. One or two Thors here and there is great, but it's still not enough. Plus one's done for Zerg Air.
Yeah, and it's 1-1 for Terran on armor and weapons, and I think he really expected to keep those Terrans alive, but or those Thors alive, but fighting on creep is just one of the worst decisions you can make sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got two Thors in this army again. 2-1 upgrades are done for mech.
I think he's pushing again.
Well, he's going to be going up against 2-2-2, which is now on 4 bases, as Yip has taken the bottom left-hand corner.
See that?
I would consider the base count. Let's look at the income here for half a second. Videoboy about 2,000, 21, 2,200. It all depends on the mules here per minute. And 1,900 for Yip. That's not bad. That's not bad. This is pretty even.
Yeah, and I mean obviously that's comes down to the mechanics of the game. The Zerg is built around having one of our casters is lagging out.
There's a whole bunch of mutas getting slammed by a couple Thors. And so sorry about that. What happened, everybody, is Saber's GPU is a piece of shit. Even though it's actually brand new, but I don't really care because I'm mad right now.
Just blame Saber. Okay,
Yeah.
Just blame Canada and Saber.
Even though he's from Oregon. But we'll go with it.
I know, but this
I never
South
blame
Park.
Canada for anything. I like Canadians.
We've got 5 Thors.
Yeah, 5 Thors this time with a whole bunch of Hellbats. And they are just going to straight up run into each other here. Hello.
Those Thors are not doing too well.
No, and they're going to get eaten alive here.
And the Zerg army still wins out.
Yep.
So we've got 126 supplied at 87. Obviously, the gold base from Terran and the 4th base that he was expanding is getting hit by mutas.
Yeah, but I mean, he's trying to kite back and forth, but honestly, he's actually going to take more damage than this 4th at the moment. Dude got, yeah, some lings over here. I feel bad for both the players, because when things like that happen and you have to resume play, it really throws you off. And I think in this situation, it threw off Videoboy a bit more.
Nothing you can do though, so
No.
have to go with what we got. It's a tournament. It's not ladder play, so you're gonna have to be ready for some of the things like that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's a lot of mutas.
Yeah, he's kind of flooding it now. We got 5 ultras on the way as well.
Vultures?
Ultras?
Ultras. Okay, I thought you said vultures. I was like, this is Brood War.
Yeah, this is Brood War. The turrets are pure red. Help. Okay. Yeah,
Disregard. Continue on.
I went to his vision just to look. They look pretty normal to me from his vision.
They look normal to me too.
So, alright. Not sure what that was about, but okay.
I mean, okay, so what we do have here in the game, Zerg has reduced Terran down to 2 bases. And 2 base mech play with the amount of gas. I mean, he does have 1,000 gas saved up, but the amount of gas that mechs and siege tanks, or Thors and siege tanks require, so on and so forth, it's just not a good equation to only be mining from 4 refineries.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's trying to get this 3rd base up down here now. But he's fallen behind quickly now. Yip's already putting down base number 5, I think. So it's getting very out of hand very quickly here for Videoboy. And we got ultras about to come pile drive their way in here.
And when you let Zerg get to this level, like we were talking about earlier, they really just kind of are able to tech switch. As they can lose an entire army, and if they have enough larvae saved up, with 5 hatcheries, you know, you're going to be able to have the larvae saved up. You can
Yeah,
tech switch
he's got 22
right.
larvae right now, and here comes the army.
You can switch right into whatever you want.
Oh no, and the army is completely out of position.
He's gonna walk
Videoboy
right there.
knows it.
GG. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing he can do there.
ASL presents GosuPizza.
None. It's gonna be our green Zerg player.
Yeah, I took game 1 against top right red Terran Videoboy, who did display some impressive skills in his earlier matches, specifically the one we casted against Protoss. But Yip proving that the Zerg macro, the swarm, the heart of the swarm is alive and well in StarCraft 2.
That's right. Well, I didn't have time to change my UI back, so I'm still on the standard. That sucks. But
No worries, though. We'll survive. I think we'll get through it.
So, well, we'll see what happens here in the next couple minutes. You think Videoboy's... I think he's pretty confident in his play. He's only lost the 1 game, and he lost... I halfway call it on a technicality, because you get disoriented when you get stopped halfway through your game. And I think he's still going to stay the standard. I don't expect him to go into any kind of cheese play.
No, I completely agree. I don't expect him to change drastically, and like you said, the technicality bit, it does throw you off. You're being watched. So, you know, it is one of those things, like, now he's got a chance to display what he really can do, and the map is it's a little different. I think, you know, this map is actually a little better suited for Terran, in my opinion, because
Interesting. I just said the opposite.
Yeah, I know, because you've got this big open area out in the middle without any lanes, and you can get caught out in the open, and the Xel'Nagatars really provide the vision that you want, and you can lay the creep over and over. But I just think that if we see the drops, just a standard bio play, you know, drops in the main, play. I think this map actually kind of caters towards that type of play. So that's what I want to see, and I think it might actually work out in Video Boy's favor.
Yeah, well, we'll certainly find out. He did go, Yip did go hatch first again. And actually, I think he's playing exactly the same way he did the first game so far. The only thing he's going to be probably keeping an awareness on is Hellions this time.
I think with Video Boy, we're going to see, yeah, he's saving up minerals. He's definitely going to expand. And remember when we saw Video Boy fight the first time, he can change his strategy up. He won in pretty devastating fashion against Endersword and then said, you know what, second game, I'm going to change it up and I'm going to do something different, keep you guessing. And so, you know, don't leave it out of Video Boy's hands to do something different here. He's going to get a Reaper in the main and just scatter around and see that there is a spawning pool and there are lings.
Should get 2 drone kills here, depending on the micro of Yip.
Uh-oh, it might get trapped.
And the Reaper goes down. Man, that sucks. And didn't get any kills whatsoever there.
Yeah, and he is making a second Reaper, but this Reaper at this point, he's gonna have 2 Reapers on the map. You know, 3 Reapers, you can almost take out a single queen. You know, pretty much can. 2 Reapers, you're basically just getting vision at this point. You're not really gonna be able to, and he might lose this. No, he's okay. You're not really saying, you know, I'm gonna be contributing to early pressure in that. You know, you really don't think, oh, I lost 1 Reaper, how many minerals is that? But the first Reaper is actually so important.
It is for those scouting purposes. Definitely. We do got that factory going down pretty quick here with the reactor. So honestly, it kind of looks like Video Boy sticking to the exact same build as last time. We got a fast CEC, though. It's going to be a fast third. But yeah. I am expecting to see Hellions again.
Yeah, honestly, I'm a little bit... He is pounding out 2 Marines just to fill that bunker, and he's going to complete his wall. I really almost would have rather seen some bio come out of him just because mech the first time around didn't go too smoothly for him. But he's going to lift up that factory and he'd throw it down on the reactor as soon as he gets time to.
Yep. And let's see here. Yep is sending out tons of speedlings. Did he drop a baneling nest? Yes. So the odds of a baneling bust looking pretty good.
Bringing me back to the bronze days.
Oh boy.
How many is that? 10.
Yep, 10 banelings. That's more than enough to do what he needs it to do. And the Hellions are going to be good. He's going to be forced to lift the command center and leave the Hellions behind the upper wall. And he'll probably have to sack the lower wall. But I think that's exactly how this is going to play out.
Oh God.
And
SCV's gives the 1 baneling detonate. Will it?
Oh God.
It didn't detonate.
Oh, he's trying to get him up to the
He just I think he hold positioned him, or maybe he was trying to repair because the lings were targeting the supply depots.
Yeah, well, that's what he was shooting for. He was trying to get the banelings in there too.
Yeah.
Just was unable to do so. And, just like that, got the bunker back down. Nope. Trying to get us around. The Hellions running like hell. He's going to give up 1 Hellion.
Oh, no, he's not.
He didn't even lose it. Great micro.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that went excellent there for Video Boy. Nice job.
We've got 11 kills for the 1 Hellion. He's a sergeant.
Hit. Nice.
Sergeant Billy the Hellion.
Sergeant Billy? Okay.
You got to name your sergeants.
Okay. Well, we got double Evos going down. And I'm looking for transitions. I don't see a transition yet. I honestly think Yip thought that was going to do more damage than it did. Just based on the build, there's really no follow-up.
If you look at drone to SCV count, 30 to 33, with 3 mules, that's an advantage towards Terran all day. And he didn't get the 3rd hatchery sooner. So with 6 or 7 Hellions coming up, that's definitely advantage Terran at this point in the game.
Yeah, I'm watching these Zerglings dealing with the Hellions here. Yeah, Hellions aren't getting beaten up enough.
On creep, Hellions and Zerglings kind of trade even. I mean, even off creep, it's not the best engagement to take unless you've got unless you've got the timing right and you've got full health and it's not a big number of lings like it was. But what it does is it's forcing Yip to produce more lings to deal with them as opposed to what a macro Zerg would like to do, which is drone up in hatchery, and do some more macro stuff. He's got to produce lings to deal with them.
Yeah, he does have. I mean, he's still got 6 larvae. He's still produced 6 more drones. Worker count even, 40 to 41. Obviously, the mule's skewing it in Terran's favor. And it's going to be 5 racks bio.
That's what I'm liking.
Yeah.
I'm liking it.
So just like in that first set, the first game was more mech Banshee oriented, and second game was bio. That's kind of how it's going here.
I'm happy to see this because I think he learned from the first game that he can't necessarily just walk into creep with mech and come away with a victory. This time he's got 2 engineering bays, upgrades on the way, 1-1. He's got 7 barracks, or 5 barracks and 2 more barracks on the way, just producing as many Marines as he can produce, combat shields on the way. Does he already have stem?
Well, the Overlord totally scouted that.
Yeah.
And Baneling speed is on the way.
So good good awareness from our Zerg Yip, and basically at this point, like I said, still I think it's pretty even.
Yep. But well, let's see. Third base is going to go down as soon as they clean up that Zergling.
Yeah, it's a lot of lings coming across.
Never mind. A lot more. Those 2 Marines said, oops.
We chose the wrong service.
Yeah.
Chitin with the Hellions.
Yeah, he's going to need some banelings if he really wants to do that.
But he does leave the ling. I love that he left the ling. Just that extra, when it gets to the diamond, that extra 3 seconds, I guess it makes a difference.
Yep. Here come the banelings. It's going to be 10 again.
10 more.
A lot more lings in production. I'm expecting to see fast hive tech. I think it's going to go Ling Bane Muta into a transition of Ultra. Ultimately. That's my theory.
And if that's the case, for Terran to respond, he's got to throw down some tech labs because Marauders and Widow Mines, if you're going to go bio, if you're going to dedicate yourself to bio, you've got to have Marauders and Widow Mines for the eventual Ultra tech switch. But Marines just don't cut it.
Correct.
The
Definitely.
lobsters that are Ultralisks will just chomp them up.
Oh boy. Well, Videoboy is holding the watchtower. Oh, actually moved
Dropping
back.
the main.
Yep.
I want this dropping
man.
the main to do some
No
damage.
banelings over there either.
And he's put them right between the extractor and the mineral line, which, it might seem like just a subtle move, but it gives him a little bit of time to just keep firing. Otherwise, he'd get instantly surrounded and taken out pretty quickly. But even though it's a subtle, small move, it actually does do work out for you pretty well there.
Yeah. How many? Okay, so we're at 16 banelings, 66,
banelings.
66 Marines, or Marines, Zerglings, and 56 Marines. There's so many sixes, I was getting tongue-tied. Oh, he forced actually both detonations.
That's not good.
You're like, that's not
he's
good.
lifting instead of moving, instead of splitting. And I bet you he's going to go straight to the main.
And the Zerglings will catch up.
Jesus, that creep with ling speed, fastest unit in the
They're
game.
like, yeah, go ahead. Uh-huh. Nice. Well, this is going to be interesting.
I kind of like that move. Not this one. I kind of like the move he did earlier because he's forcing the banelings to detonate. And he's saying, you're just going to have to keep making more. And you're not using them what you really want to use them for, which is offensive pressure. You're using them to defend and ward off drops. So that's what I really like doing, the little drops. We do have mutas on the field, though, now. So he's going to have to deal with those.
The Widow Mines were cleaned up by an Overseer and a couple mutas. But we're going to have a very classic build here. We're having the Bio Widow Mine versus Lingbane Muta. I can't count how many games I've cast where I've said that.
The what I do like, he's got drilling claws on the way, and Mutos was kind of the Achilles heel to him. He might get this hatchery. There's a lot of lings coming. It's gonna have to be quick. He's stimming. Holy cow! He got the hatchery.
Yeah,
That's
he
really
did.
big. That's
Hit and
really
run.
big.
Oh, but he's going to take out both fully loaded medevacs. The boost was going to end. Should teardrop your units in those situations, but
Yeah.
just,
Yip GG'd out. Yip didn't want to take it.
yeah, we're going to go to a game 3.
Holy cow! That's awesome. I'm super excited. That really got me fired up.
ASL presents GosuPizza.
Be aggressive and try and instigate that frustration.
You wanna know what my heart says?
Hmm.
My brain says he's just gonna play it straight. I want him to go like one base heavy pressure from the get-go and try and end it early. But I'm pretty sure he's just gonna do the same thing he's done, take the save expansion, get his unit comp, and then just say, all right, let's go for it. I want to see him go Reapers and Hellions and Banshees and do, a late or a mid mech transition, but I'm pretty sure we're probably just gonna see an early CC and just press.
We forgot intros.
Oh, well, I mean, as much as we forgot him, let's just go ahead. Top right, I guess he's purple, yeah. Purple, our Terran player Videoboy, who tied it up last game against top left.
Yeah. Yep.
I was gonna leave it to you. You want to go for it?
Against Yep. This is our green Zerg player. Gonna go ahead and take that hatch first build here again. Already queued up like 80 moves for that poor little drone.
All right. Ascended ZLC. That's what he's representing. What do you think ZLC stands for?
Zolk.
Zlok.
Yep. That's what it stands for. Zolk.
Zulu.
Now, good news here for Videoboy is he's not going to have to do too much scouting. Yip's Overlord's going straight over to that natural, and the moment that Overlord appears, he's going to know exactly where his opponent is.
Yeah, they're both gonna find out, because the timing of the first Overlord, if you're the type of player to memorize those timings, it would be a little earlier. So he's gonna know that it's his second Overlord too, and he's just gonna know that he's top left.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, like I said, he took the second command center. I think Videoboy really trusts in his own regular play. He's not gonna go anything too drastic, anything crazy. Barracks and a refinery coming, so I think we're going to see some more of the same standard type of play out of the Terran.
I'm expecting Yip to go for fast 3 bases here. My gut tells me it's like a guarantee. We're going to see though, but no gas yet. And the only reason you're not going to take gas up to the 4-minute mark of a game is if you're going to take a third base. So let's see if that's the case or not.
Yeah, nothing too drastic to talk about it. Just popping on the Marine, no Reaper.
There you go. There's the scout.
Yeah, he does see the Overlord come in to that natural.
He tries to run away. You're too slow, man. Too slow. So that should have been giving Videoboy all the information he needed on where to scout, and as you can see, the SUV immediately changed directions.
Yep, he's going to be working his way up to the top left and find him. So he hasn't taken any gases.
Still no gas, still no third.
And he's getting another queen out. So he's actually getting 2 more queens out.
Well, he's droning really, really hard on 2 bases. He's got 6 more drones on the way. But, factory's on the way. I mean, the build is nearly identical here for Videoboy.
Do you think that the Yip wants to wait until just now when he's killed the SCV scout to put down? See, as soon as he killed the SCV scout, he put down gases.
Well,
so maybe he was saying, I'm gonna wait until you don't see what I'm about to do because now he's sending out that drone, which is undoubtedly going to take a third. He didn't
Yeah,
want to
and it
show.
is.
He didn't want to show what he was doing too early in the game.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't want to show he was going to take the third. Now he did. He's taking the gases. The only drawback to him holding off on the gases like he did was it's going to delay his link speed, which is going to delay him defending himself against Hellions. Beyond that, he's droning hard again. He's got 8 more drones on the way. And honestly, I'm willing to bet you, let's see, what are we going to call them? 20 GosuPizza bucks that starport's going to get that tech lab, and it's going to be El Banshee. I feel it. I feel it.
What's
Although,
rough for our Terran players? He just finished 2CC. Or 2 supply. He was on 38 supply for a little bit. So if he is gonna stick that starport on his barracks, which on that tech lab, which you will might, he's gonna have to wait for tech or stim to finish.
Yeah,
He's still
I
gonna-
noticed that too. So that made me go, well, maybe I'm wrong.
Still got 130 seconds, so he might, but he's got a Viking coming out, and Vikings are good for going out, obviously, and clearing up
Overlord
the
hunting.
scouting overlords. Exactly, yeah.
Yep. 4 Hellions on the way. And the 2 queens sitting out by the third base. A lot of lings at the top of the ramp. 1-1 melee on the way.
If I'm Hellions, I'm just gonna try and clear creep right now
Well-
because you're not gonna kill those queens. I'm just gonna try and see if I can clear creep and deny that for a little bit.
Yeah,
But
and
they
that
all
did
complete.
a lot of them already got down.
Yeah,
Another queen on the way. Actually, 4 queens. No, that was production. 1 queen on the way. There's 4 queens on the map. Well, that's a lot of Hellions, but see, he's being smart. Yip's being smart and making sure not to saturate that third base until he can actually defend it. There's no point. And as you can see, Yip is just hiding on the other side.
of that forest.
Oh,
he
what a
scanned.
smart play.
Really
That
well
was
timed.
so smart. Oh, God, I thought that was a perfect trap.
Only lost 1 Hellion, and he got a good bit of kills out of it.
Oh, my goodness.
That was awesome.
Hellion ownage.
Yeah, and that is that. I mean, he's obviously going to lose them all cleaned up now, but that was that sort of next level game sense that you just develop after playing and playing and playing and playing. And that you're sitting outside of that little forest. Hold on, maybe I shouldn't just A move. Maybe I should scan here real quick.
Yeah, that was good. That was good awareness. I liked it.
Those lings are going to spot the third expansion, though.
Well, there was a link sitting under it, delaying it for a while there.
Oh, so he saw it anyway. Right on.
Yep, he was trying to delay it again. Now, we do got 1-1 melee is about to finish here for our Zerg.
How about a
And
ton of barracks? 5 barracks, 6 barracks going up.
it's going to be a bio play. Well,
I like
it worked for him last game, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh my goodness, how many? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 racks again on 2 bases, 3 bases.
Yeah, not
So-
fully saturated on a third base, but he will be shortly.
Yeah, not counting those mules. Third base getting saturated up for Yip now. Working on those straight 2-2 immediately, and Baneling speed's on the way. Now, it's so much further to get that creep spread over to that Terran base that that's just going to take a little bit more time. Then he's got to watch, because I guarantee you this first little hit squad, its primary function in life is to just clean creep.
Yeah, and if you notice too, that Viking has kind of done its job of dissuading away overlords from being anywhere. And if you look at the main of Yip, he's got 2 spore crawlers down, meaning he was probably expecting banshees, because if you put him in the mineral line, you're obviously
Yeah.
expecting banshees. He's got 1 there at the edge, but if he was to drop the main, he'd probably get in fine. And I expect, yep, he's loading up.
Oh, man.
Let's see it.
Yeah. We'll probably lose 1 medevac. Well, you know what? Oh, and there's a spore right there in the corner, too.
Yeah, but he doesn't see it. The Zerg player now
Ooh,
now sees
boy.
it.
Teardrop.
It's how well he loses 1 medevac. It's how well he micros these Marines, which you can't really micro very well in that position.
No, that was well done by Yip, just leaving him no room to do anything, really. You couldn't save his medevacs in any position there. He couldn't hide his Marines in between mineral patches and protect them with medevacs. So all in all, just he does know. All right, good enough. Well, we can just keep casting for our own entertainment for the moment,
There you go. Little
because
practice
eventually
never
it'll
hurt.
just reappear. So don't know what happened there, but either way, let's just continuing on.
Keep going. We had a drop at that fourth, and now we've got a drop in the main.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big drop that did not go very far. Oh man, and the mutas are gonna. Oh, he needs to teardrop. Teardrop him. You're gonna
Yes.
lose him. You see, this is me talking about that damn God. Ah,
Right? And he's going to lose him anyway, but the mutas back off.
actually saves one of them there. I'll be darned. Okay, so now that we're back live, FYI,
We're back live.
we are live. But oh man,
Marines are going to melt mutas. Goodbye, mutas.
wow, that was pretty sick right there. Just wrong place at the wrong time if you were a Mutalisk.
And
Oh,
they're still not doing
man.
well. But the Banelings, can they get the right hits? Some decent splits
Yeah,
still.
that fourth base is toast.
Yeah, he doesn't really have much to defend with besides mutas.
Very soft mutas, might I add.
Yeah, but one medevac, it goes down. So now he's just got half-stemmed Marines, which will trade evenly. And he's going to back off. He needs to target that hatchery, which he does.
I'm surprised
It's
he
going
stood
down.
there. Well, he's just going to kind of force the issue that he's going to kill us. And he got it.
So this
So-
does bring up one of those points, though, is if you are a Terran player and you've taken this much time, so our friend Videoboy has just, he's taken his time. He's splitting his army. He's dropping multiple points, this multi-pronged Terran harassment, right? If you're going to take your time and do that, like he's got that hatchery and he's got he's got some other victories killing the mutas in here. You have to make it work. You have to, because if not, you're just gonna
There's a
just
GG from
and
you.
out. Oh man, it's the headache.
Oh, man. Banelings are gone. And, yeah, Yip has essentially given up in this part.
All right, practice your mech. Your mech needs a lot
Needs
of
a lot
work,
of
though. Oof.
All right, no comment there. We'll leave it at that.
Regardless.